Hello, I'm Zach Randall. I'm going to show you today about the equipment for the events. There will be two videos. The first video will have what all comes in the trailer. Please make sure that the things that you have taken from your tournament before they go to the next tournament, that they're all checked to make sure everything is working properly, not broken. Then once you pack this stuff up, please make sure it's properly packed, not broken. And then the next event will examine this stuff, make sure that it's all working. If for some reason the equipment is delivered to the next event unworking, the previous event will be responsible for covering the cost for repair. So let me just show you what we have here. First, we have two large boxes. You notice these ones are for the east side of the state. It says East Side Clocks and Stands. You have 8 computers because these setups have 8 different sets of clocks and stands and computers. You have a box of tools, the tools necessary for assembling all the things. You have cords which connect the TVs to the computers and also to the power sources. And we also have a box of extension cords, which is all the extension cords necessary for the event. So now I'm going to go through each box and show you how they're to be packed and properly stored. If you look at this box, there's a setup for 4 different monitors for 4 different mats. Each stand has a corresponding 2 TVs to it, right? If you look down in the box, you'll see that these are the connections for the other TV, the other side of the TV. These are turned up as much as they can be, and the TVs are all facing inward and not outward so that they don't get damaged when you put the lid on. You can also see that in the middle section where there's not a TV, this is where your 3 tripods are. If you go over here to the computers, you'll see that each case has a working laptop in it and a cord for power. If you go to the first box, you'll see it's called the toolbox. Inside the tool box are some extra pieces of equipment just in case something happens and something breaks or messes up. There's also an adjustable wrench and several wrenches in here to help. The most important pieces of the equipment we'll show you in a minute are this socket and this Allen wrench. These are the 2 main tools you'll use to put the clocks together. In the next box, we have our extension or our wires. These are the wires that are connected to the TV monitors and computers. They're already put together, which is nice. You just have to watch out sometimes when they're put into the box, they don't, they come apart. The key that I always look for on these is I start with the splitter. It should have a long extension cord. This is the one that plugs into the computer. The power for the splitter that plugs into the charger. 2 HDMI cables that run to the TV. And you'll see there's 2 power cords that power the 2 TVs. So these are all the cords that are necessary to have for the setup. When you put these back up and you're packing up, just try to make sure the cords are all connected and put together before you put them in the box. Otherwise, it makes it difficult for the next setup person because then they have to attach all the cords. The next box for the east side has both power strips and extension cords. These extension cords are nice because they have multiple outlets and they roll up. Please just make sure they're rolled up when you're done with them. And you may have already power cords in the facility and not need all these, but there's 8 of them in here, 8 power cords and 8 power strips for every set that you have. Remember, your setup is 8. Again, please take care of this equipment. A lot of hard work's gone into setting it up for our events and for our clubs, and we like to work together in USA Wrestling, as you know. So I'm going to stop the video and then I'm going to show you how to set up one of the clocks. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Our staff's always available to help. Thanks.